Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is dammy.sho. If you're new here, thank you so very much for stopping by. On this channel we create content about living in Canada, Calgary, as a new immigrant. So I share my experiences as a new immigrant that I've been living here for about 16 months now, and I just thought to bring you this very important topic because I'm sure you all have been hearing so much about this. But thank you so much for stopping. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Turn on your notification bell so you can get more of these videos whenever I post any video on YouTube. Thank you so much. Now, this topic, as you can tell, I know you guys have read a lot about the high cost of living in Canada, how things are so expensive, especially housing, how it's now over the roof, how it's now very exhausting to live in Canada, how you guys have heard all sort of things, how people regret coming to Canada. I'm just here to tell you, the cost of living, a lot of them have increased. I'm going to tell you the ones that have increased and the ones that have stayed permanent since we started paying bills in this country. And that's to tell you that some of us are still living, although some people regret it, but the whole world is going through it. It's not only Canada. But let's get right into the video. Without further ado, I'm not going to start with the elephant in the room because we all know that housing is such a big deal. I'm going to start with that. Let's start with the smaller ones so that we can get accustomed to it. I have my list here. I'm just going to glance through to tell you what, and I also, like I mentioned, I also let you know what some of them were before and what they are right now. So I'm going to start with electricity because that's one that is paining me the most. So when we came into Calgary, important note, it's just myself and my husband that lives in our apartment. So we live in a condo apartment, aka flats, aka if you're in Nigeria, aka maybe 1004, yeah, aka 1004 in VI, and they're like flats, yeah. That's what we call condo apartment here. So that's where we live. We live in a 2-bed, as in that kind of apartment that you take the elevator or the stairs as you deem it fit to go into your house. That's kind of apartment we live in. That's kind of house. That's kind of space we live in. So I'm giving you all of this based on just the both of us. We don't have anybody living with us. The max anybody has stayed is 3 weeks, and that was when my mom and my nephews came over. But outside of that, we live alone. So let's start with electricity. So when we came into when we moved into Calgary, I should know I was living in Ontario before. So when we moved into Calgary, Alberta was giving electricity rebates to all Albertans. So if they were giving $50. So if your electricity bill is lesser than $50, you're not going to pay anything. But if your electricity bill is like $80 and government has paid $50 for you, so you're going to pay $30. So that's how it was September, October, I think like March, if I'm right. I think in all of those months, I think we paid the electricity only once, and that was $5. That means it was more than $50 the government was paying. So I think we started paying for electricity, I think in April. Yeah, in April we started paying for electricity. So at first it was $30-something. The next month it was $40-something. And in June we were in Ontario for literally Ontario for like a month. And then we came back and our bill was like $64. I was livid. And mind you, when we applied for our electricity, it was fixed rate, right? So $64, and we're not at home. It's only the refrigerator that was on. So how did we spend $64? That's a question I don't have an answer to yet. Maybe when myself and maybe the mayor or maybe Trudeau, when we see, we'll handle that. But I never called them because I figured we were on fix and a story they'll still tell me. So I didn't even bother. But thereon, we've paid 75. We've gone back to 60-something. We've done 50-something. What I'm trying to tell you now is that electricity rates in Canada has increased dramatically, very unnecessary. So right now our average is about $65. So $65. Electricity, $65. The next thing we pay for is internet. That's like home internet, like unlimited Wi-Fi. Like your Wi-Fi is never gonna go off, like it's not gonna finish. We pay $65. We just started paying for that, I think, in March. When we subscribed, they gave us free 6 months, I think. So we just started paying for that in either March or April, I can't remember. So we've been paying $65, and our internet provider is TELUS. I don't know if people, I know people pay more than that. I don't know if people pay less than $50, but I'm very sure, at least I have my friend that uses the same TELUS and she pays $95. I don't know what they did, but we all have the same internet and we live in the same area and we live in the same kind of building. So we pay $65. That's the deal we got. I'll start with the small numbers. So another thing we pay for is tenancy insurance, home insurance. Insurance that is going to cover your properties, and it's very compulsory to have that in Canada. So we pay $35 for that. We used to pay 25 or 23 before, but our subscription ended with that company. Okay, so it's like a 1 year plan, right? The 1 year ended. It has not ended, right? The 1 year would end in end of August, and they increased it, and we felt like we could get a better deal, so we went in insurance shopping. So we changed our car and our home insurance. So we now pay, we will start paying $35 by September, but right now we're still paying 20 or 25, I can't remember vividly. And for our car insurance, that one did not really change. It used to be $205 before. It used to be $205 before, but since our switch, it is now $230. And mind you, that $230 is still cheaper than what the previous insurance company has quoted us for the next season. So we're still paying lesser. These two, that's now $265. No, I don't think the money is up to $265. Our new money is like $255. That $255 is still lesser than what the previous insurance company quoted for us for the new year. So our car insurance and our home insurance still about the same thing. I think it's about $30 difference from what used to be. Before, everything used to be $235. Yes, we used to pay $25 before, and our car insurance was $205. So everything used to be $235 before. Sorry, we used to pay $30 for home and car $205. So it used to be $235. So now we are paying about $255. So about just $20 difference. In our apartment, we will start paying for parking. Oh my gosh, that's one thing that annoys me, that is currently annoying me. We'll start paying for parking from September. So we used to park in the, maybe not every, I don't know in full certainty, but literally all condos have parking that you have to pay for. So now depends on the one you choose. Underground, where you don't have to deal with cold, snow, wiping your glass. Underground, or you park on the surface. That one is $70, but you still have to clear snow, warm your car, and all those things. Underground is $125 that will start paying. Some condos $150, and I know that in Ontario, in Toronto to be precise, I know they pay as much as $200 to $250 as Bello, so on and so forth. But I'm talking about where I live. We didn't used to pay anything before because it came with our rent. So apparently the builder, the condo management sold to another condo management. So the condo management before owned the building. No, sorry. The builders owned the building and they were managing it. So they sold it to a real estate company, another condo management. So those ones say you must pay for parking. So we have to start paying $125 for parking. We don't pay for storage. We don't need it. It's just the both of us without plenty load. So we don't pay for storage, but storage is $25. Moving on to phone bill, we both bought new phones. We pay for monthly and our subscription on the phone, both combined together. So I don't know what each person pays. I don't know what each person's bill is, because it's combined. Both of us is $2.15. TELUS internet, our TELUS subscription on our phone is unlimited. Our groceries, food. This is the second biggest thing on our list, because food is life, food is big, food is everything. Also keep in mind that I do a lot of Nigerian food shopping from Nigeria and then cargo it in, and this price also includes eating out. We don't eat out every day. I don't know, we eat out, so that also includes this. It includes regular groceries, it includes Costco, Walmart, African store, meat. It includes all the form of food and eating outside. We spend $600, and we don't spend these $600 every month, because I mean, by the time you buy bulk of things this month, it's just both of us, so it will not finish the next month until you get. So it's not like we don't buy the same thing every month, so we don't finish 600. But that's our cap. That's where we are at. That's our cap, but we don't use everything. But $600. The third biggest thing on our list is our car. Our 2023 Hyundai Preferred Elantra. I'm sure you guys have seen the video. I posted 2 videos about it, so I'll link it here. I'll link it in the description box, so you guys go watch it. It was a new car as at when we bought it. We ordered it brand new. So, and our interest rate was high because we're new immigrants and we had not built lots of credit at the time. So we pay $465 monthly. So we pay like $233 bi-weekly. So they take the money like every 2 weeks. So that's what we pay for our car, $465. The next thing on my list is fueling for our car. It has always been on 200 when I used to go to work every day and my husband was fully remote at that time. It used to be 200 because I had to drive to work Monday and Friday. But now we don't drive to work every day. Both of us are in a hybrid situation. We work close to each other, so we don't even drive into the office. We drive at the train station that is literally like 12 minutes away from our house, and then take the train to work, and then waka weekend, go to church, go see friends, all those kind of waka. But we don't spend $200 on gas again every month. Nope, we don't. But we just left it like that. I think our full tank is $50 or $45. So right now, gas price drops and comes up. Is it that? I think it's currently 2.1 or 1.5 at the moment. I don't even know. I think the only time I bought gas by myself is once. Yeah, don't shade me. And I'm even impressed I'm telling you guys it's gas today, because I always call it fuel. Let's go buy fuel. Let's go to the fuel station. My husband said, you will soon go back to Lagos. So this is a slang. All this is your Lagos slangs. So it is gas. I'm proud of myself that I'm calling it gas today. Yeah. So our gas is capped at 200, but we don't spend up to that. Another thing is miscellaneous. Buy this from Amazon. You buy that. That is not typically on the list, but it's still for the house. You go to Home Sense today. You see these flowers. You buy something for the house. Miscellaneous is 200, and the bigger boy in the room, the biggest boy in the room is our rent. A moment of silence for our rent. Our rent, I'll start with, used to be $1,775, and that included the $125 of parking. So we used to pay $1,775. We paid that money for 12 months and we felt fly. For our kind of apartment at that time, that was reasonably cheap. That was a good deal. Although what they increased it to now is still a good deal. It's just the parking that is annoying me. It's just the parking that has skyrocketed everything. So legally in Canada, landlords, homeowners are legally allowed to increase by 5%. Is it 5? Are legally allowed to increase their rent, I think 3% or 5%. I'm not sure. I'll leave it up here for you guys. I'll leave it here because the price list is here, right? I'll leave it for you guys to see, but they're legally allowed. So this year our rent was, when you're signing another lease, you sign for 1 year or 6 months. We sign for 1 year. When you're signing your lease, our lease is now $1,830. So it's not a big increase. It's just like $55 increase. It's not a big one. We appreciate my condo management for just giving us $55. I'm still stunned that it's $55 they increased us by, because my friend that lives downstairs, they increased by $125, and our apartment is bigger than their own. I don't know how they do their math, but I'm grateful for our $55 increase. Is that $125 that is annoying me? So, and that $1,830 is still so much reasonable amount of money to pay for, and okay, reasonable in my own capacity, in my own understanding. I'm not saying, I know that there are people that have lower budget and it's okay to have lower budget. That's the big boy in the room. And interest rates on mortgage have increased generally in Canada, which is giving a lot of people headache. So we getting $55 is such grace, and I thank God for that, because it could have been more. For this parking, I saw it coming, but I didn't want to believe it. I was in denial that no, they're not going to give us parking money. So yeah, that's still annoying me until I finish even paying the 1 year lease. When I'm signing another lease, still gonna be paying me $125. The big boy in the room is $1,830. Oh, if I didn't mention, it's just a 2-bed. Yeah, and that is it for our cost of living in Canada, and that is got to $4,030. I'm okay, but let me let you know that it doesn't end in $4,030. Our expenses don't end there. No, well, sorry, the expenses end here, but I'll just tell you some of the things that we put extra money for. Of course, emergency funds. Another thing we put out money for specifically is car funds. So we put in money aside for our car for it's not servicing. Our servicing is free because of the kind of car we bought. Anyways, that's all of my information for you. Cost of living in Calgary for 2 family members. Basically what we spend, expenses, things that we cannot do without, things that make us live, is $4,030. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's reasonable? Do you think it's too low? Do you think we should do better? Let me know how much you pay for rent in the comment section. Let me know where in Canada do you live. I know that people that watch here, I should mention that our bills are monthly bills, not yearly bills. So it may come as a shock to you, but that's what the system allows here. So thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, share, and be notified for the next one. Bye.